Hello everyone, I want to add a barrel roll mechanic to my game to allow me to dodge obstacles more quickly. Let's do this. So first thing I want to do is I want to set up the input. And the way that's going to work is I'm going to grab my input here. I'm going to edit the asset and I'm going to add a left barrel roll and a right barrel roll action. The binding will be the left arrow key, and I will make it a multi-tap, a double tap, and I'll do the same for the right barrel roll. Again, listen for the input and make it a double tap. I'm going to save the asset, and I'm going to go to my script. In my script, which would be my ship or my plane, I'm going to first just make sure that I can actually pick up this input. So game input.game.barrel left barrel roll.performed. Game input.game.right barrel roll.performed. So I'm just going to print something here just to make sure everything's wired up right. And we're going to run that and see. Check the console here. We're going to double tap left, right. If I fly normally, nothing happens. Good, looking good. Okay, so the input handling is done. Now we actually got to implement the mechanic itself. So the first thing I want to do is I want to apply a force, a lateral force when I do the barrel roll. I can basically go ahead and see how I implemented the handling of the lateral movement in general, and I will basically do the same thing, but just add more force and maybe add a different force mode. So when moving right, this is what's being done here. So I'm going to, for the right barrel roll here, also add a force, but I'm not going to just add a lateral force of 20. I'm going to define a new variable for the barrel roll force that I will set to some value that is significantly higher to give it a bit of a bump. So this will be the barrel roll lateral force. I'm going to give something like 950. This, it's going to be the barrel roll lateral force, and we're not going to do acceleration. We're going to give it something force as a force mode. And let's see what happens there if I do the right barrel roll now. Okay, nice. Okay, already a significant jump. How does this fare if I hit or if I approach an obstacle? Can I actually get out of the way of something? Yep, that seems pretty good. Now we're going to do the same for the left, and it is going to be left. Yeah, that's good. Okay, well, we can already kind of see how this mechanic will play out. This is already giving me a little more agency here. I'm a little more in control of what's going on. So one thing I do notice that definitely needs to be tweaked in the next iteration is that the double tap interaction does not pick up or does not catch if I double tap and hold. You have to double tap, and after each tap release, only then does it actually get picked up. And that is a bit unfortunate. I don't know if that's something that as you're playing the game and as you learn that that's how it works, you just kind of get used to, or if that is a fundamental flaw of the way that this is implemented. It certainly isn't as intuitive as I would like it to be, so this is something that I may just rework in the future. But for now, this is good. It's a good first iteration. So I'm going to continue. The next thing that I want to implement now is the actual rolling. So this is more of a visual thing. I want the plane to, I'll do a barrel roll when I execute the movement. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to just check how the rolling is done here. As you notice when I'm flying, or as I'm flying, the way the plane banks to the left and right, that is something I can use to implement the barrel roll. So I'm just going to be lazy right now because in the end, I just want to make sure that what I'm doing actually works, and then I can clean it up later. So I'm just going to use the code I have here to implement the barrel rolling itself. So it is also going to be a coroutine, barrel roll to the left. And we're going to have different values here. So the amount to roll when I'm just flying normally is just 45 degrees. Well, I wanted to do a whole rotation around, so I'm going to create a new variable for the barrel roll. Amount to barrel roll in degrees. Amount to barrel roll in degrees, and then the rate of roll, how much I'm actually rolling in a single frame. I'm also going to create a separate variable for that. Rate of barrel roll, let's do it something like 2.0, and then I have to make sure to actually use this. And I'm also going to make sure to use it here in the actual rotation here. Creative barrel roll. And that's to the left. So let's do the same for the right. Again, this is something that I can definitely clean up later. Yeah, there's a lot of duplication here, but that's okay for now. And then I have to just make sure to call it. It is a coroutine. So start coroutine, barrel roll to the right, barrel roll to the left. And let's give this a go. Cool. All right, looking pretty good. Oh man. So an additional thing that might need to be implemented is that right now it can just kind of spam this. Okay, and also after I'm dead, I can continue the barrel roll, which definitely doesn't make sense. But I can just kind of spam this. And I might want to actually kind of debounce this barrel roll, meaning that I can't just barrel roll, barrel roll, barrel roll. I basically have to have a little bit of a recovery period in between. That way players can't just spam this to kind of work their way around all the obstacles. But again, that's also something that needs to be or could be implemented in a next iteration. For now, this is pretty cool. So I'm pretty happy with it as a first step. So thanks for watching. See you next time.